we are going to take a look at ES on multiple time frames. The VIX and the dollar, this continues to look bearish to me. So stick around and we'll go from the monthly to 65-minute. And please, if you're new here, go down to that bottom right hand corner, hit that option center logo, and subscribe. We're going to show you which way, which direction. We've been bearish on this market, so we think the market is going to go down. And here's why. So we have on the higher time frame, the monthly, possibly ending a major top here. We're making lower highs and lower lows. And we added this area on the last video. I consider that a resistance area, but this was more of a zone. We were playing with this zone for a long time. We had this one highlighted, and we just kept backtesting and backtesting, backtesting. You can see that over and over, and eventually that's going to give. You know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spikes into that, and that's just, you know, price wants to go up. But now we've been in this range for about 10 months as of today with the expiration. And so I do think this is not gonna hold. This is a range that's gonna break, and I don't care if it breaks to the upside or the downside. We're gonna be a part of it. All right, so we rejected off the top of the range, and I think we're gonna at least test the bottom of the range pretty soon here. And now our target, our near-term target, is actually this 61% retracement. You see, we came to test it before. Well, I think we're gonna get into this area next time. And that's in between 3,500 and 3,200 on the ES, which is the S&P futures. But just another rejection here. We're underneath that 8 EMA. We really need a catalyst for the bulls to step in here to change things. But for now, it's a bearish scenario. We have not crossed bearish on bullish. We have not crossed bullish on the MACD. We just came to the neutral area and have been trading sideways for 10 months, I believe. This range started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and we're starting our 11th month right here. Okay, the 8 EMA is a trend indicator for us, and you clearly see it's sideways, so that's it's following exactly what price is doing, and we're underneath it, so that could start to curl. But remember, this is a monthly time frame, so it takes time for these things to happen. So let's go to the, let's jump to the 5-minute. Let's jump to the weekly time frame. And on that weekly time frame, we're looking at that ascending wedge breakdown. Came to about 50% of it, and it's also the channel bottom coinciding with the 200-week simple moving average. You see, this is the most important part, is it's lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows, and we've been consolidating into a triangle. And just from this this downtrend line here that I have drawn, it may not be perfect, but we're pushing under it. You know, maybe I can draw it in a couple different ways, but we're pushing under it with this 20 simple underneath that is trying to hold the market up, but we are being pushed down by the 50 and the 8 EMA here. And if we don't recapture the downtrend line along with those moving averages, it's downhill from here. So our next spot after that will be a very important area, and it's going to coincide right with this channel bottom. Let me extend these out. Put the extension on for the right extension there. Okay, so notice how that coincides perfectly with the 3,800 area. I think that's our next stop here before we get any sort of big reaction, you know, because I see once we fake break and it's confirmed, you know, this could possibly, and we have to look at some of the options that are out there for the quarterly expiration. But if we do have something around this 3,900 area in the SPX, we'll check that out later. Then maybe we come down to this trend line and just kind of fight with the channel bottom for a little bit before the expiration. It lets us go, just like today. It wouldn't let us go off of 4,000, and so this could easily at 3,900 or so we could oscillate around here until the quarterly, which is ending in March, and then we'd break down from that point. So we just have to be careful of what's happening, but we have a bullish scenario if we get to here as well. But we'll talk about that later. We want to get there first and see how price reacts, and we'll show you later on in updates if we get down there what to look for. Okay, that was the long-winded way. But when you do have a fake break, it's very important to know that usually price accelerates pretty hard because of that. Okay, so we drew this uptrend line a couple different ways, and we're breaking down from it. And as we speak, really, we're holding up here during market during the expiration, but now the options are expired for the month, and so it's letting go of price, and we're starting to move to the downside. All right, we have the point of control down here, so that should kind of pull us towards that anyway. This is a volume node. We get underneath there, and people are going to start selling their positions. And that should increase the price. But you see we have the price range from this zone to this one. Get underneath there, then we have another zone, and that's exactly what we're talking about around that 3,800 area. Okay, so that's kind of our near-term target here within this month. Going on to 65. And we already did our dividend stock video. We'll post that to the Patreons. We are nearing the point of control for the volume node for our 65-minute chart. So that provided some platform right there where we bounced. But with our wave count, I think we're going to go down to 3,900, possibly even this week. And then before we get a couple more bounces, maybe we back test. Maybe we come down to 3,900 and start back testing the uptrend line, which would, depending on which one, I like this one better because it's from the bottom point to the next point before a high. So if we do come down here and we have divergence and we start breaking the channel, this channel here, and then I think we're going to back test the trend line, and I wouldn't place any big orders against this trend line because we're just kind of oscillating around it. I don't think that's serious. I think this is the major one here. All right, so we may not even get there. We may not even bounce very hard. This is a if our major wave count is correct, then this thing should be moving pretty wild and relentless to the downside. So that's just something that you have to watch the character of the market as well. So ultimately what we're saying is we're bearish on the market. We're looking down in the near term to this 3,900 area. We have to break the weekly low of 3,947 first, and then we'll go from there. We'll update you just about every single day. So don't forget to hit that notification button. And thanks for joining us here at Options Center. We'll see you soon.